Hey everyone, this is Black Binder, and welcome back to the Let's Play of Tales of Maj'eyal. Now, last time we left off, we made our way most of the way through the maze, and now we are trying to figure out who this summoned creature belongs to. Well, I guess he drug us right to him. Actually, this guy did, the rogue. So what do we want to do? Oh crap. My movement infusion is not on. That's no bueno. Let's just shield up, and then Insanity. Let's Devouring Horror behind us, so I can move through them and block my path. Holy cow, they killed them very quickly. Alright, so what we're going to do is run away. Let's just hit him once, and then lash out, so it'll get them both. And he's only got 23 hit points left, so I'm going to just bump him instead of summoning my Bloated Horror. Alright, we're going to carry on feet away, then summon the Bloated Horror. And hopefully that'll take his life or attention, one or the other. Alright, we're good. God, what is it with all these difficult encounters recently? This second playthrough, the one where, because our first one was bugged, has been much more difficult than the bugged one, which is funny. Alright, what do we got here? A rogue slash brawler, but he can't move. So the smart bet would be to stay away from him, but we're not smart. We're going to get up right in there and kill him. Would have taken forever to get the Insanity to Bloated Horror him to death anyway. Maybe. Okay. What do we got going on here? It was a pain to... I was trying to get this running to where my UI was working, and I had to restart it a bunch of times, but the problem with that is every time I restart the game, for some reason it shuts off my mic for OBS. So then I have to restart OBS, and it was a back and forth, pretty annoying. Got to be careful for Doomed, because if you look at their talents, where is it? Willful Strike. Every one of their talents increases. Look at this. Focusing your hate, you strike your foe with unseen force for 197 damage and 2 knockback. In addition, your ability to channel force with this talent increases all critical damage by 20%, currently 66%, so their crits all hit a lot harder, which is very annoying. Like that. I mean, I don't know what his crit percentage chance was, but I don't care how much of a crit percentage chance they have. I always assume that it's possible. Alright, what do we got here? Premonition and Keen Senses, so some type of mage. So I'm going to carry on feet him, so it'll lower his damage for a turn, let us get off our Bloated Horror behind him, and then beat on him a little bit. Ouch. What is he hitting me with? Lightning damage. Okay, that's not too bad, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and activate Overgrowth. I'm not going to move, though, so... Actually, you know what? I can move in here, because these walls aren't diggable. But I don't want to move. Let's lash. Alright, now we are going to move. We've got plenty of Insanity, so we can just wait around the corner for him. And then... Where is he? Should be somewhere close. He should be able to hit him. Nope. Son of a gun. He tricked me. There we go. Alright, we got a Rampager and some type of rogue. Let's just set our Bloated Horror here. Since this guy's immovable, I am sure he'll be our shield. Alright. Coming around. Alright, we're going to level 2. Remember, in the maze, be careful, because they all come at you at once you get down the stairs. Well, a decent-sized group. Alright, 32% freeze immunity. Let's hold on to that for a second. It's better than this one, but this one also has 9 Constitution. I don't like Constitution, but that's still a decent chunk of hit points, and it's got light radius, so I really doubt we're going to switch it out with that other ring. But still, we'll check. Oh, and we can give it to our pet, too. This gives us 60 life overall and 6% physical damage. What does this give us? 34 life and 14 armor. That's not bad. Stun freeze immunity. Don't need that. Life regain is okay. No. So I'm going to go ahead and take this cloak. It's got 12% fire resistance. Let's look at ours first. Okay, yeah. For, like I said, I collect fire resistance for a specific fight here coming up. 100 mana, that would be good for an Archmage. The more mana they have, the more life they have, sort of. Sewer Passion. No, I'm not going to use you. Alright, I think we're good here. 80 life, not bad, but I'm sure ours is better. Damn. You know what? Let's go ahead and change it for now. I'd rather have 80 life than 12% physical damage right now. Obviously, late game, I'd rather have the physical damage. Alright, good. We can block here. We'll wait for him to come up. We have 2 corners to go around, basically, is what that little alcove gives us. What do we got here? Berserker and Chaos Orbs. Neither one of that is... I don't like either one of that. Alright, he war shouted us, both because he's a Berserker and because he is a Minotaur, so he might be able to just confuse us after this. But, yep, he did. No, we're brain locked. Okay, or confused by gloom. We have double confusion. All right, we need to get out of here. That is too much. Hopefully, we won't get everything on us next time. It'll just be the Minotaur, because he's going to give us enough trouble as it is. All right, let's go. Let's get you 36 magic. 38. Get Pestilent Blight. All right, that's our chance on dealing blight damage to cause random debuffs, which is nice. Dark Surprise is okay. Hits the target with your main weapon, doing 96% darkness damage. If the attack hits, you attack with your second weapon, doing 96% blight weapon damage and granting an automatic critical. If the second attack hits, the target is blinded for 4 turns. Now, normally the automatic critical doesn't matter to me because I'm going to have 100% critical on a Reaver, but because he's a worm that walks, he's not going to have anywhere near 100% critical, so that's valued higher on the worm than it is on the Reaver, but even so, I still use it on the Reaver. Because look right here, it counts as a spell, so those 2 attacks will go off, and it will also trigger Corrupted Strength for another mini attack with blight damage. Alright, we need 46 magic still for Worm Rot. I don't know if I'm actually going to use it, though. Because Worm Rot, if I remember correctly, it's going to require some a decent amount of spell power. Alright, I'm going to move away. Put my Devourers right there. Oh, crap. I shouldn't have done that. Let's, you know what, Wintertide Vial first. Jump over here. Damn it. And another Reaver. This is going to get dangerous pretty quickly. Let's just put the Bloated Whore here so the Minotaur can't come get me. And we'll try to take down this bear. Alright, now I'm just biding my time so I can get out of here. So I'm going to pre-healing infusion because this shield is only 125. It's not going to last very long. Alright, there we go. We made it out. 4 cunning, 4 will, no thanks. Acid resistance is not really that great. Alright. They both have 2,000 hit points, but this guy's the bigger danger. They're going to confuse the hell out of me, though, is the problem. I want to wait for a second to use my Wintertide Vial for one of the longer confusions, the War Shout confusion. His gloom is getting me every time, though. Don't know where I am. Well, I mean, I know where I am, but can't see anything. Alright, let's, what do I want to do here? I don't want to run this way because then there'll be more people, but running up here isn't going to buy me nearly enough time that I need. Well, let's just jump over here then. And pray. Okay, we got another one, but he is a Rand. No, he's not. He's not a Rand boss. What did I see? Let's put our Bloated Whore there. Alright. Wintertide Vial. And then we are going to die. What do we got? 470 hit points. Do not have enough to kill him, I don't think. Let's go ahead and use Overgrowth. Lash out. Yes! Level up for the clutch. Or a clutch level up. Let's try it that way. Alright, now what do I want to do? What I want to do is back out. So what we're going to do is... I'm not too afraid of the Minotaur. The big Minotaur. Alright, Anarchic Walk. Come on, let us use it. Let us use it. Alright, I'm against the wall. So let's go ahead and leave. Alright, Dwarven Steel Helmet. Regata. Nope. Actually, that's got 4% resist all and some decent resistances as well. But this also has decent resistances, but I mean obviously worse, but it's also got that 80 life. I'll take the helmet just for now. I might end up using it later. But right now I need that 80 life because you saw how close to death we were there. Alright, let's put some Devourers in between us. And then the Bloated Horror to hopefully take care of the big guy. Alright, Quest into Darkness updated. That means we've killed him. We got the Wheel of Fate. The Wheel of Fate is a ring that lets you re-roll it occasionally. We got the Queen Ant down here. She's usually not too bad. But I'll play it safe just to be careful. She summons a lot of ants, obviously. Because she's the queen. She's the queen bee. This is actually future Beyonce, if you didn't know. This is what she turns into. That's actually her hair. Alright, what do we got here? Furnace and Automated Cloak Tessellation. So a Gunslinger Saw Butcher? That's not nice. Foully converge into him for some insanity. Jesus. Nope. We are not even toying with you, sir. In a situation like this, run. He hit through my shield, which is only 125 hit points, but still. It was just too big of a damage spike for me to want to try and take 2 turns at once in front of him. We killed the Minotaur. I might go back down and clear the rest of that later, but let's move on to the Sandworm Lair. Lately, I have been leaving this for last. What do we want to do here? I actually want to go to Chatur real quick, see if they have a Psychoportation torque, because in the Sandworm Lair, you can get caught by falling sand, and it's no fun. No, they do not have one. Clear Mind one, that's decent, but I would want it to be at least 2 or 3 to use it, because it doesn't clear the things you have on you, at least I don't think. The mental shielding from Solipsis does, but I don't think the torques do, so you actually have to use it before you get debuffed. Alright, let me clear out this first area, and then we'll go over what the Wheel of Fate does. What do we got here? Doesn't look like anything. He doesn't have any sustains or anything on. Oh, he is a Saw Butcher, or at least he has a Saw Blade. There we go. Ooh, Burn Sorrow. There's an Orange Lantern. Is it any good? Alright, Armor Penetration, good. Resistance Penetration, 8% all, good. Mental Save is decently high, but I won't use it. Blindness Immunity, good, 33%. Confusion Immunity, good. Disease Immunity, don't care. Plus 70 life and 10 light radius with track. Holy cow. Bye, Wintertide Vial. You are very nice to us, and we will keep you, but I don't need... I can't justify not using this. Alright, where is my Ring of... Wheel of Fate. Let's get rid of these real quick. Send that to my party. Alright, Wheel of Fate. It can be used to regenerate the item with random stats. Can only be done 3 levels after the last re-roll. Cannot be unequipped unless a re-roll is available, or you are level 50, costing 1 out of 1 power. I don't think that's actually true. I think you can unequip it. I don't know why it says that. But you know what? Let's save it and figure it out. This is what we're here for. We're testing. Alright, Ring of Fate. Reroll it. What do we get? 34 stamina, crap. Spell save, 19% light damage, 6 con, 26% light resistance, and acid, 25% resistance. Nope. And see, we could take it off, so it's not a big deal. Who's hitting us? Nobody. Well, anyway, the tier of the item is based off of the level you are in, but it is purely cosmetic. The stats of the item are based off of what level you are, like the max stats you can get, basically. So, tier is cosmetic. Don't worry about trying to get into a high level zone just to get a higher tier level. It doesn't actually mean anything. Let's see what this dissolved face is actually doing once it's applied. 19 darkness damage and 13 blight damage per disease. So 19 damage per turn. Not great. Man, what is hitting us so hard? There we go. Gravity Worm hits me for 226. God. 3 hits and I'm dead. That's not fun or fair. Alright, cleared out the first area real quick. Now let's, we have the tooth of the mouth, so we can actually dig our way through here if we wanted to, but it takes forever, so I'm not going to. Alright, Semesta, what was that? If I see orange items, I usually look at them right away. Not always, but usually. Alright, 15% fire resistance, 6% physical resistance, and 13% physical penetration. Those are the things I care about. Is it better than this? No. Well, sort of. It's got fire resistance, I will take it. And what are we at for physical penetration? 32%. We need to get higher. Let's get the Wheel of Fate off of here, in case I waste a turn trying to use it. Alright. This is why a psychoport, psychoportation or some kind of teleport is useful in here, because you can get stuck in a room like with this guy and then you realize you can't kill him. It's terrible. He's got greater weapon focus, so we are going to sit back from this guy. I will jump in for a second with Carry On Feet and then use my 1 turn of his lowered damage to lash out and get some more insanity. Now I'll just save what insanity I have and let my bloated horror do the work. See, we can just sit here. He does not terrible damage from range, but almost terrible. We'll put it at decent to bad. Alright. That is not something I want to take on, because there could... Yeah, look up here. You can see the circle. There's another rare up there. So we're going to sit back here. Now, if they get caught in there, they'll die. They can suffocate just like you. Not these big worms. They can't. They can actually... They can just dig through the sand pretty easily. But the other guys, it looks like, yeah, they died. Alright, what do we got here? Striking Stance. We can probably deal with that. The reason I hate this place, besides the collapsing walls, is there's a lot of enemies in here who can Sand Breath you. And Sand Breath is like one of my go-to breaths on Wormic early on. Well, like around level 20 on my breath builds, because it does so much physical damage. It's super annoying. And it also blinds you. Shoot. Let's Carry On Feet over here. I can't see anybody here, so we should be okay. I'm going to block him in with my Devourers and let him drown. He was a Rand boss of some type. Nah, crap, he's too smart. Get up here. Come on. Alright, let's try that again. This time you stay. God dang it. Fine, we'll jump back over here. Haha! Is he smart enough to go around? Yes, he is. Okay, well, screw you then. I'll have to kill you the old-fashioned way. Level up, and Nature's Blessing. It's an anti-magic, crappy leather armor. It's got decent resist if I remember right, but no bueno. Alright, writ large instantly removes runic and infusion saturations. For 5 turns, your inscriptions cool down twice as fast. At level 5, your command over inscriptions is so good that you can use one more. You still need a category point to unlock it. You need to exit the level up screen to validate it. Alright, this is really good. Cooldown infusions cool down twice as fast. That's the main use you're going to be getting out of it. But in some fights, specifically the very end, you will run into problems with infusion saturation, and this will basically get rid of it. At level 5, you used to be able... At level 5, this used to just give you an extra inscription slot, but now you still need to... It just lets you take 3 instead of 2. You still need to buy it. Alright, let's go ahead and... I can't justify going over 3 out of 5. So we're just going to have to save that point. What do we want over here? We can't get anything yet because we need to take points out of Bloated Horror. So let's just keep splitting them between Strength and Magic. Wait. This... No, we're level 24. Nothing opened up on that side. I see you, Helmet. I'm coming to get you. If the wall collapses on you, it does quite a bit of damage, so be careful. And actually, now that I look at it, we've cleared most of this. I'm going to go ahead and go for the exit, which is up here on the northeast. Not always, just now. It is now. Okay, what do we got? Movement infusion, crappy value, crappy cooldown, so no thanks. That orange is anti-magic, so we couldn't use it even if we wanted to put it on our pet. Blind Grinder. Not bad. Its debuffs aren't good enough. The damage is good, but that's not what I'm using my pet for. I'm using him to debuff people with his auto attacks. Here's Nature's Blessing. 20% nature and 25% arcane resistance. Not bad, but again, what anti-magic person is going to use leather armor? I can't think of any. I mean, a Newsmancer could get away with it, but you still would want heavy armor. Dang, nice. 25% darkness penetration and 21% darkness damage. I'm actually going to vault that for if I play through a cultist again or something. Or maybe even a necro. Alright, here we go is our Psychoport. We're going to put that on now. And let's check our stun immunity to make sure we're still at or near 100%. Okay, we are. 93% is good enough. Because I'm just going to switch that back out when I leave. I should keep it, honestly. But I just need to make sure... I need to quit using Carrion Feet until I need to run. Demon Sun. Good resistances. 16% fire resistances, among others. But look at that. Ugh. Minus 29 spell save and minus mana per turn. I guess neither one of those really hurt us. So can we use it? 10% crit chance? No, I'm not going to give that up. But it is better than this for the purposes of fire resistance. So we'll keep it. Alright. Let's open it up. We need to check my pet after this fight. Alright, what do you got? Let's go... I'm going to put another point in this because 15% is almost double 8%, so it's quite an increase. We might even put some more points in there just for more. Alright, let's look at this real quick. Worm Rot. We'll be able to get it next level, but let's just look at it now. Infects the target with parasitic carrion worm larvae for 5 turns. Each turn, the disease will remove a beneficial physical effect and deal 3 acid and 3 blight damage. If not cleared after 5 turns, it will inflict 17 blight damage as a larva hatch, removing the effect but spawning a full-grown carrion worm mass near the target's location. You can never have more than 5 worms active from any source at a time. The damage dealt increases with your spell power. Now, I want to know... You're still going to have to beat their spell power for this. But I'm wondering, with physical effects, are they all... The guys who have physical effects, the Ran bosses, does that mean they'll have low spell save? I'm not 100% certain, and even if I was, it probably isn't a universal rule. But normally, like, physical enemies should have high physical save, right? Or mental like Solipsis should have high mental save, but kind of lacking in the other two areas. I know the last bosses, there's no way he's going to be able to beat their spell save, but I don't know. We might get it, we might not. The spawning a worm is okay, but it's more of a boon if you're actually a Reaver. It's not as big of a bonus here. Oh, we got a Saw Butcher. And he went down. Oozes have crappy stats, so even if they have a dangerous class combo, you can usually deal with them. What you don't want is like a Temporal Stalker or a Patchwork Troll that has a good Ran boss combination. These things are impossible to kill. Patchwork Trolls specifically. I hate them. Alright, we got a Doomed down here. But he's not doing very much damage, so we'll take him out. Alright, we got a Cashmere Cloak. It's orange. Let's check it out. Lots of stats, mana, mental crit chance. Doesn't know what it wants to be, so no, I'm not going to use it. What about this one? It projects up to 2 attacks, dealing 30% weapon damage to random targets in range 7, cripples a target on hit. So let's check out what he's using in his offhand real quick. It torments, it's still got projection, so basically we'd be trading tormenting for crippling the target, but this can cripple the target, right? No, it can't. I don't know. I don't want to make that decision, so we're not going to. Just gonna forget about it. Wait, hold on. He needs a trinket. Do we have any that he can use? I could give him this, but it doesn't have any debuffs on hit. Good damage, but again, that's not what I'm using him for. Crystal Mancer's Dwarven Steel Pickaxe. Spell crit chance. Nice. 2 strength, 4 magic. So it's not great, but it's good. And it's specifically suited for him. Let's throw that sucker on. He also needs a belt. Do I have a belt? Girdle of Calm Water. Sure, why not? Until we find him something better anyway. I'm not too worried about his durability, which is why I don't care about Girdle of Calm Waters. Because as you can see, he likes to run off on his own and die. And no amount of defense is going to save him from that. Alright, where are we going? Let's go down. Let's use our speed. Nope, not close enough. I was hoping it would connect to a room down here. Alright. Going down a level to Sandworm 3. I think it goes to 4. I never pay attention. Alright. We don't need any of that. I need to put my Psycho Port where I normally have it, so I know. I put it under my movement infusion usually. Somewhere around there at least. That way I can see all this black stuff since I don't normally use port. This way I focus on it even when I'm not thinking about it. So it's always an option. Like I don't forget to use it. Like I forgot to use Overgrowth when I died from that stupid fire dot. Still makes me mad. Learn from my mistakes. Don't do optional areas unless you have to. I mean, you're gonna hit level 50 regardless. And by the time you get to Dreadfell, I mean, the Master's not too hard, and if you're a class where he is hard, you can just dig a zigzag tunnel. It's getting to him that's a long, long bitch. 9 levels in Dreadfell. It's crazy. Alright, what do we got here? Master, Summoner, and Gravity Locust. So we want to be next to him before we... Fuck. I was hoping I would be able to summon my Bloated Horror first. Alright, Turtle's fine. Doesn't do anything harmful to you. It's just a tank. And enemies don't know how to use turtle tanks. Turtle summons, I mean. Alright, we can't go that way. The tunnel was collapsing too quickly. You know what? Let's clear this out first. Even though they're normies. Open it? Alright, this guy right here, Sandrakes. They have really annoying sand breath. I'll show you. Sand breath at level frickin' 10 already. That is just insane. 286 physical damage, but it's in a freaking cone of 11. That's insane. It can also blind you, but that just adds to the problem. The spike damage is what I hate, and armor doesn't do anything against it either because it's not based in on weapon damage. Alright, we got an undeterred boot. So let's get to the exit here. Alright. What do we got? Undeterred boots of tirelessness, stamina and mana, or stamina and max stamina. We don't need that. There's some blink boots. Those are pretty rare, but we don't need that. Alright, we've got a cloak. It's got fire resistance, but we've already got our fire resistance cloak. We have a negative 80 life and some decent resistances belt with some silence and disarm immunity. No, we'll give it to our pet, though. Extra health would be very nice for him. Tarusadig. No, 11 armor. That's not good enough. Ours is at 20 armor. Even though this is crappy male armor, dude. It's iron male armor. It only takes 14 strength to use. It's been beating out everything I find so far. Actually, what do we got here for chest pieces? Nothing. This has got 18% fire resistance, so I'm going to hold on to that. Hopefully, we make it to the point where that's actually useful. What are we looking at for encumbrance? 85 out of 140, that should be good enough. You don't want to get atrophied by a cultist of entropy that pops out of a chest because they instantly stack all atrophy stacks on you. So I think the reason why is because atrophy procs off like everything, and when chest monsters spawn, they like activate all their sustains at once, and the cultist has a bunch of them. So I think it instantly stacks up your atrophy. Well, I know it instantly stacks up your atrophy, but I think that's why. Esuvia. Now, sometimes when you're in level 4, the Sand Queen will come find you. Sometimes you have to go find her. I don't know what makes it one way or the other. Maybe if you waste too much time. Alright, what do we got here? We're fine. Frost Treads. Those are pretty nice early on. They're artifacts. They're yellow, and they pair with the Frost Giant Wraps. That might be the Mighty Girl, don't quote me on that. But anyway, they give you a decent amount of stat boosts early on for grabbing, like, if you're a dexterity and strength based guy, like a Marauder, it's really good on. I guess I'll just show you. Frost Treads, 4 strength, 4 dex, 4 con. All of those are good for getting early requirements, and you can find it. I find it a lot off of Drowning Citizens. And even a lot of the time, some of the times I'll find it in Last Hope shops, but usually it's too expensive. I think it's like 400 or 300 gold. Alright, here's the Sand Queen. She does have Sand Breath, but we obviously beat the save, so... Or we might be immune to blind. 33%, that's what it is. I'm not beating any saves. 42 physical saves, not terrible for here. Alright, we got her. We got the Heart of the Sandworm Queen. Now, unless you know what you're doing with it, just eat it. It's going to give you basically a free level, and then it's also going to unlock Harmony, the Harmony tree. Gosh, I wonder, do I have hexes? No, I don't. If you corrupt it, I believe it gives you hexes instead of Harmony. And you corrupt it in the Charred Scar or the Spellblaze Scar. At the altar where you fight the Grand Corruptor. But we're not going to do that because we're not even going to use Harmony, and Harmony is the better tree anyway. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, that's right, we can't use our points over here. What do we want over here then? Let's go one more in Anarchic Walk just to double the distance. You will always travel at least 2 squares away or at least 4 tiles away. So 4 tiles is good enough. Basically makes it so we can't screw up so badly that we barely move from our target. We're gonna dig through and grab this cloak, or this robe. Alright, we got a Sandrake special and a Gravity Worm. Awesome. Drown in there, please. There we go, he drowned. Nice. I like it when they drown in there. I don't got to do anything. Alright, let's go ahead and dig our way to this nice little male armor. Very sexist armor. Alright, we're getting out of here. Ring of Perseverance? No. Maybe. Let's transfer it to our party. I don't remember what he has, so. This is anti-magic. Even though it's orange, we can't use it. Long sword. Cripple the target and slow global speed by 40%. Not bad. And also on hit, it slows global speed by 30%. And physical crit chance 10%. Let's transfer to party. That might be better. I don't know. I don't know how slows stack in this game, so I can't really comment on it without talking out of my ass. I know they stack in some way. I just don't know how. Alright, let's go to Dearth. I think we already killed the lightning elementals here, but I want to redo my points. Alright, what is Terrible Sight? While within range 3 of your worm that walks, you can project an aura of terror. At the sight of two maddening horrors fighting together, all your foes on radius 3 must make a physical save against your spell power or be stunned for 3 turns. Additionally, your shared insanity effect will cause enemies in radius 3 to lose 15 spell save and 15 defense for 3 turns. Ugh. Hold on. Let me use it real quick and see if... I was hoping there'd be an enemy here. Yeah, see, we have to use this. Is it really only range 3? Yeah, only range 3, and we have to beat their physical save with our spell power, right? To beat their physical save against your spell power. What is our spell power? It's probably not great. 37, yeah. No, I really want a stun, but it's not worth it. At least not yet. Let's check. Stun for 8 turns, that's nice, but it really... And it's radius 6, too. That's better. Additionally, your shared insanity effect will cause enemies in radius 3 to lose 31 spell save. But we're not checking their spell save, we're checking their physical save. That's stupid! Ugh. Okay. The second portion of this, making enemies lose spell save, that's to make our naturally high spell power of our worm that walks actually able to work on higher enemies, basically. But 31 spell save, let's see what it is. Yeah, losing 31 spell save. I mean, that's only going to take you, like the specific people I'm talking about that I would want him to work on, they've got 117 spell save, so yeah, it's just not possible. Well, not possible, just not something that I think I can get to. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and click one more, or put one more into Writhing One for the 32% chance to ignore critical strikes. I will max it out later, but for now, let's see what else we can do. How many points do we have? We have 3 points. So what do we want to do here? I really want to raise up Pustulant Growth to get more resist all while we're fighting. So that's, I think, what we're going to do. Hold on. You know what? Let's go into Slow Death real quick and see if there's anything in here that we actually want. Because we have a category point. I've been saving it for our Tinker Escort, but at this point, I'm pretty sure we're going to get him in Dreadfell. And it's a crapshoot and favored heavily against us for us to be able to save him. So, alright. Digest. Make a melee attack dealing 151% weapon damage. That's not bad. And attempt to snatch a foe that has 10% less life or less left and swallow it whole. While you digest it, you gain 1 insanity per turn and will only die at negative 72 life. The digestion lasts for 50 turns for an elite and 25 turns for others. So, is that 25 for an elite or below? Or 50 turns for an elite or below? I think that's what it is. Alright, 214% weapon damage. So this is actually a serviceable attack, even if you're not using it for the rest of it. But again, we're using a category point to get here, so the rest of the tree has to make sense. While you digest it, you gain 3 insanity per turn and will only die at negative 300 health. So, Blurred Mortality, I think, only gives you like 300 negative life. So this is Blurred Mortality plus more. So, and it also, we get 20 insanity when we use it. So it's a good attack that gives us insanity. So far so good. Painful agony. The pain you inflict to the victim you are digesting is so intense something breaks inside it, giving you a way into its mind. When you digest, you can steal a random talent from your victim and use it for yourself at talent level 1. At talent level 5, you can choose which talent to use. You may not steal a talent which you already know. The stolen talent will not use any resources to activate. Nice. You won't be able to keep it forever, but 50 or 25 turns, that's enough for one fight, at least. See, this is the problem with digesting it. I'm going to be using these on the strongest enemies, but once we kill the strongest enemies, unless I'm just using this for an attack, we're going to be killing the strongest enemy already, so the fight should be over, you would assume. And then resting is, even though it lasts 50 turns, resting is just going to completely destroy the duration of this. Let's see. Let's take this down so we can check out the rest of them. Inner tentacles. Your stomach grows small tentacles inside which probe and torment your digested victim even more. Whenever you deal a critical strike, which should be all the time, the tentacles probe harder, feeding you more energy from the pain of your victim, making you able to feed on the pain you cause to others for 3 turns. This person really likes the word "your." This effect gives you 20% chance to leech off of your attacks, healing you for 8% of the damage done. So it gives us 16% life leech, basically. But, I mean, it only happens 20% of the time, and it's required for us to crit, but the crit should happen all the time. Consume whole. Instantly consume what remains of your victim, healing yourself for 191 life and generating 9 insanity. Generating 20 insanity. Okay, but this also gives us 20 insanity, so this is actually a 40 insanity gain. The problem is it takes a turn. I really hate heals that take a turn, but we might unlock this. I haven't decided yet, but for now I don't want to. Let's finish out making our other things stronger. I'm gonna go Pustulant Growth, I believe. Yeah, let's do that. I want all resistances. All right. Right here, 4 looks like it's going to be the break point because it goes from each pustule increases your resistances by 2% to 3%. So, and we can have 7 active at once. Each time your shed skin loses 20%. So, our shed skin can lose 50%, or it can proc 5 pustules on its own. And since it's only got 131, it should give us a pustule every turn. Or it should give us 5 pustules the first time someone attacks us. Because 131 damage attack, that's pretty easy to get to. Like, enemies can do that fairly easily. And then also, anytime we lose 15%, we get another pustule. So, we can count on at least having 5 pustules before we actually start taking life damage. And that means we're going to have an extra 15% resistances for at least 5 turns during the start of a fight, basically, while we're taking life damage. So this is the same reason I took it up to 4 out of 5 last time. It's really good. I like it. Alright, we can't do anything else because we need to put all 4 points there, but I will eventually get this up pretty high because it deals 100% darkness tentacle damage to a huge radius around you, if I remember right. What is the radius? I think the radius can get up to 6. Nope, 5. But, I mean, it's good for clearing trash. It's a damage over time wind blade in my mind, so good. Alright, what do we want here? I do want to max writ large. Right now, the first point gets you an extra 2 turns, so even if you don't max it, you should take the first point in it, or the second point in it. Alright, where are we going next? Let's look real quick. The Isle of Dread. You have heard that near the charred scar to the south lies a ruined tower known as the Dreadfell. There are disturbing rumors of greater undead, and nobody who reached it ever returned. Perhaps you should explore it and find the truth and the treasures for yourself. We want to go to the Charred Scar first. It's probably a little bit more difficult, but it's a lot shorter, and I specifically have gotten items to make it easier. Alright, we also have finished a Grimley's Elixir of Focus, so we need to go turn that in, but we will do that next time, because damn, time flies when you're having fun. We're already at 44 minutes, so please leave a like or comment below, and feel free to subscribe for more full Let's Plays like this one. And thanks for stopping by.